4 years ago, a legendary leader was taken from us mercilessly. He was a pioneer and a true hero to everyone he knew. Some may call him a revolutionary, but to us, he's known as Harambe. Harambe was sadly killed because of an accident due to a shitty mom not watching her kid, and we all have to suffer because of it. But was it really a mom, and was it really her kid? Was she actually a shitty parent? What if it wasn't an accident at all? What if that shitty mom was actually a deep state assassin, and Harambe was murdered to protect their secrets? What if he knew something about the government that they didn't want us to know? What are they hiding? Are we going to stand for this? Harambe fought for us. He was a real American hero, and now is our time to avenge what the deep state did to him. What Harambe would have wanted is for you to fight and vote to legalize marijuana at the federal level. Tweet at Donald Trump in protest and tell him now is the time to legalize cannabis so we can bring those who harmed our Harambe to justice. Weed. Legalize it. I'm Bill Clinton, and I approve this message. Ladies and gentlemen, the Short News Podcast with your host, Alex Mador.
What you're asking for has got a powerful price.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Short News Podcast. Thank you. Wow. It's a lot of applause. Appreciate it. Alright. So, my name is Alex Mador. I'm the host of this show, and I want to wish everyone a Happy New Year. It's officially 2022, and we're still in the middle of this COVID-19 pandemic. Seems like it's never going to end, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. I took the rest of the week off last week because I was, enjoying the holidays, getting drunk, playing in VR, that kind of stuff, and I was in the metaverse for a while because I'm building my own comedy club. I added joints that you can smoke, like actually smoke in the metaverse. And beer pong table, I built that. It resets when you hit a button on the wall. And I built pong ball dispensers. So you just push a button and they come through on the thing. And they're just loaded there. You got them. So you don't have to walk around the comedy club picking up balls or like losing them. Because that was the issue. Because it's kind of like real life. Then I made that code. But it took a lot. Let me just fix this audio. Yeah, so it took a lot of scripting, and I've always been terrible at coding, even when it's simple shit. And it took me hours to get this thing to work, and hours. I wasn't following any instructionals because there aren't any. So I feel pretty accomplished about this. So the comedy club is now open. It says it's still in beta, which it is, but it's open for business. I'm going to keep adding more fun stuff to it. So if you have an Oculus headset, then this might be a good place to hang out if you have Horizon Worlds or you're interested in the metaverse and what it has to offer. So that's my little tidbit on what's been going on over here. Not much else has happened. I don't know if I talked about this last week, but Christmas was fun. I got a bunch of awesome presents. Ashley got me an Oculus Link cable for my headset so I can play my PC games on it. So I was just playing No Man's Sky in VR for a while, just flying around in my spaceship. So cool, dude. I missed that. Another family member got me a really nice beverage fridge that stores most of my beer, Sunny D, and orange soda supply. Organized it all. And it looks nice. It's cool, dude. And I've been drinking lukewarm beer up until this point, but now it's ice cold and delicious. But yeah, beer, Sunny D, orange soda, because I'm a fucking child. Isn't that obvious? So, other than that, I checked my grades and I got a B plus in my senior seminar this past semester, meaning I completed my final thesis for college and I did really well on it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, awesome. It's a good feeling, especially since it's taken so much to get here. It's fucking crazy, man. I started college in 2014 at a school in upstate New York, Union College. I was there from 2014 to 2017. Then I was hospitalized and put into the psych ward, left that school afterwards, never came back. Didn't go back to college for a while. Didn't think I was going to go back to college. But I became an IT technician, worked that job for, over a year, got laid off, went back to community college. Then the pandemic happened in the midst of that, but I graduated community college and got accepted into, my College of Criminal Justice that I'm currently in. And, now we're finally here in 2022. You're probably wondering why it took so long, or maybe you've been listening to this show for a while and know that I've gone, in and out of addiction, but I'm over 4 years clean from Xanax. Haven't touched this stuff since then. That shit was ruining my life. At Union College, the nurse practitioner in the health center carelessly prescribed me a drug called lorazepam, a whole bottle of it, it's a benzodiazepine similar to Xanax. And it was helping me with my anxiety a lot because mentally I was a complete wreck due to some family issues at the time. And the problem there with the drugs that they gave me was a month later, I went back to this nurse practitioner and she asked me how my meds were doing, how I was doing on these meds. And I told her, I'm like, wow, that bottle of lorazepam really helped a lot with my anxiety. And she goes, what? I only prescribed you three pills. And I'm like, no, you prescribed me an entire bottle of 30 of them. And she goes, oh shit, oh my God, oh no. Starts rummaging through files to find the prescription, freaking out, and goes, I messed up. You have to stop taking those. If you have any more, throw them out. I didn't mean to prescribe you that many. And, this is a professional who can prescribe things to students. And she pretty much said whoops about prescribing me benzos that were not only helping, but my body now depended on to feel normal. And she's saying just stop immediately. I'm not giving you more. So I'm gonna go through withdrawal. I'm like, fuck, dude, this is not good. It's a nightmare scenario. So I immediately called up someone who I knew had Xanax and bought a bunch of them, and then started this downward spiral where I completely lost myself and became an absolute wreck. I was, taking Xans, drinking wine, smoking weed, taking LSD all at the same time every day because I didn't want to feel like myself anymore. I wanted to just be warped all the time. And it got worse every week until eventually I got into self-harm, had a complete mental breakdown, ended up in the hospital, got put in the psych ward for a week, sobered up, and then left Union College, never to return again. And then all the other stuff happened, and now we're here. So those were some dark times, and I'm lucky to even be, alive here today to talk about it. But hey, I'm here. I'm doing this podcast, feel accomplished about this senior seminar. The finish line is straight up ahead. For the next few weeks, I'm taking this class called The Language of Music, and it's very intensive. Because it's like a shorter term, so it's like every day a lot of work. So I don't know how I'm gonna fit in the podcast, but we'll see. I'll do my best. I will. I'll make it work. But yeah, the language of music. After that, I graduate. So it's awesome, dude. And it's time to shop around for entry level jobs in media or podcast openings. Find a way to get paid for the thing that I love doing and still be able to do this. But I feel like I'm boring you with these stories. Maybe not. I don't know. But if you're going through a rut or a dark place in your life, just know it can turn around. You can turn it around, and get better and learn to take care of yourself. But it takes some time. Life is fucking hard, man. And the only way I was able to get through things was to address my mental health issues with a professional, which I've been doing for the last 4 years. I also take medications. I use medical marijuana. So there's a lot of stuff chemically that's also in play here that helps me feel okay and has gotten me to a place where I can function in society once again while dealing with, my PTSD, anxiety, all the other stuff. I won't list them because then it just sounds like a joke. Um, Anyways, we need to talk about some news, don't we? We got some news here. So Marjorie Taylor Greene, everyone's favorite U.S. representative, the Queen of the Karens, has been permabanned from Twitter on her verified personal non-government account, where she constantly posts COVID and election misinformation, stoking the fires of political and societal unrest in the country. So that lady, she gets in trouble all the time, and she should just be removed from her seat as representative. If someone repeatedly violates rules and spreads this much misinformation to the public, they shouldn't be allowed to hold a seat in the government anymore. People have been fired from their jobs for much less than this. The American people need to stop electing psychopaths. But of course, a good portion of the American people are psychopaths. And this is why nothing will change. Speaking of nothing changing, let's talk about COVID-19 and how it's ruining everything. Like my winter plans, the Omicron variant, that whole meme. Thousands of flights have been canceled over the past week, even yesterday. And I don't know what people are doing in these situations or how they're getting home if they can't get any flights. Do you have to rent a car and take a whole road trip? What if you're in California and you live in New York and you have to drive all that is a pain in the ass. That's a pain in the tuchus and probably very expensive. It's a disaster. It's an absolute disaster. The Omicron variant is everywhere. It's much more transmissible than the previous variants, which is why everyone I know has now gotten it. My brother beat it, finally. It's been a week. So he's feeling much better, but said it was a miserable experience. He was like, I hate my life the whole time, literally. I had symptoms of it for about a week, but didn't test because it cost money. I don't know what's going to happen next, and I know no one wants to hear this, but Israel just approved their 4th dose of the vaccine. And now it is starting to get comical. Because I was told by the professionals, or I was reading, the professionals were saying 3 doses and done. Vaccine was going to be the dosage would be complete after 3 doses, no more, and we're clear from COVID. COVID will be over. And oh my God, how many of these are we going to have to take before COVID stops being a problem? I know the vaccine works because I and the people who I know that caught the virus were vaccinated, so we didn't die when we caught it. I only had minor symptoms, but seriously, how many of these are we going to need to take? I hate needles, man. I hate them. Every time I go, I make the mistake of looking to my left. I see the giant ass fucking needle, and I'm like, that's going to go in me. And then, I'm making a face the whole time. They know I'm upset. They know I'm scared. They're like, are you okay? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just scared of needles. I'm just scared of needles. And they're like, oh, okay, you're 25, you fucking pussy. Jeez, get your shit together, dude. So that's fun. They don't say that. They can't say that. But you know what? That's how I feel. Sorry, I'm just checking my phone. And then the issue is, these anti-vaxxers see this and go, see, they keep changing the numbers. They want to keep vaccinating you. They're going to give you 500 doses. Or, there's this meme that's like me going up to line up for my 400 dose of the. It's like, shut up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Like, all I'm going to say is, like, this is the most vaccine I've ever gotten. And for one thing. And I'm not saying don't get it. I'll be getting it. Like, it sucks, dude. Like I said, the needle thing freaks me out. All I'm saying is, like, I'm so sick of this shit. And I want to know when it finally ends. Like, I keep getting my doses. Meanwhile, there's so many people who refuse to even get one dose, and they're overwhelming the hospitals because their bodies can't fight the virus because they don't even have a single dose. Can we focus on making sure those people get the 3 doses we already have, because they're the problem? I don't think a 4th dose is going to solve the problem, because the people that keep taking the vaccine are fine. It's the people that don't. Like, I'm all for vaccine mandates, but of course there's a ton of people who are completely against that. Like, I have family members who refuse to get vaccinated, and they can't see our older relatives because they'll get them sick, and they haven't seen them in a long time, like, because they refuse to get vaccinated to even see our grandparents. It's like, what the fuck, dude? So it's fucked up, man. Those people need to be told what to do a little bit. I hate to say it, and I want to be done with COVID. I'm losing my mind over this shit. If you can't already tell, I have like 300 Dave & Buster's credits on a card somewhere in my room that I've been holding onto for years. And I haven't been able to fucking use it this entire time because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Anti-vaxxers? This is going to be so fucking first world. You're the reason that going to Dave & Buster's is no longer safe. So thanks a lot, anti-vaxxers. Yeah, I just want to chill, have a couple brews, head down to Dave & Buster's with the bros. And I can't even do that because fucking anti-vaxxers, bro. Like, I'm vaxxed, I'm waxed, I'm ready for sex. Like, when do we get to safely do fun shit again? Like, when can I go to Times Square and deep throat a doorknob? Like, I would like to know. This is getting to be too much for me. At first I was like, this is nice. Like, I can stay inside all day and work on my music career. Now, 2 years later, my music career is nowhere. I'm about to buy a car and drive to fucking Portland for a week because I'm sick of sitting around. I'll get my 20th booster shot, or like, I'll do anything, dude. And then I just want to party. I want to party so bad. Like, I'll do whatever. I'll literally go to a Dave Matthews concert. I don't even like that guy's music that much, except for like people in every direction, that one. But like, I don't know. I want to go to a comedy show, not have to worry about being coughed on and getting sick. That can only happen if those anti-vaxxers at least get their 1st and 2nd doses. Like, enough of this shit. The government needs to actually fucking do something to help us get out of this pandemic, instead of saying that it's up to the states. Joe, do you forget your responsibilities again? Do you forget that you're president? Someone get this man some smelling salts. He needs to wake up. Yo, well, so okay, let me be real with you. I've been pausing every every 10 minutes, every 7 minutes, I guess, to take a hit of this vaporizer. Weed, don't worry, not tobacco, not e-cig, weed. And this one I just took just fucking knocked me off my feet. Oh my god. What strain is this? Oh, right. Planet of the Grapes. Yeah, check that one out. If you go to your local legal dispensary, that's where I go, because I'm in a legal state now. It's cool. It's fun. I love it. I can go outside, smoke a joint, no one can say anything. Really. It's fucking awesome. But, Planet of the Grapes is a good one. I highly suggest it. Very chillaxing. Tastes good, too. Does taste like grape. Anyways, moving on to some other shit. Moving on to some other people who don't like Joe Biden. The first anniversary of the January 6th insurrection at the Capitol is coming up this week. Apparently Biden and Harris are going to give speeches about it. And I recently watched the New York Times documentary with all the footage put in chronological order, documenting everything that happened that day, and wow. A lot of those people who were there were super organized. Like regular protests aren't like this. This was not a regular protest. These guys had bulletproof vests, walkie-talkies, riot shields, bear mace that they actually used on the police, all that shit. They were coordinating everything. Meanwhile, the conservatives complain about the left's Black Lives Matter protesters who don't bring bear mace and riot shields to their protests. Just bring their bodies and their signs. They get brutalized by the police anyways because, cops don't like black people. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Biden's speechwriters write for him, what he regurgitates out. I haven't heard much about QAnon in a while. Did that pretty much fizzle out at this point? Like, I heard someone bought the site last year, and then since then it's been kind of dead. But that's like a conspiracy theory that somebody bought the site. But that makes sense. Like, it's as if it's all fake. It's just somebody runs that account, that runs that blog, and they're manipulating a bunch of idiots. Like, it's got to be like millions of idiots that believe in this shit, Like, I know people that believe in this shit. It's crazy. Like, are there pedophiles that are in power? Yes. Oh, absolutely. That's totally, that part of it I mean, we've seen that now with Epstein and now Ghislaine Maxwell, who she better talk, or they better get her to talk before somebody video games her, if you know what I mean. So she was proven guilty. That's good, right? She's going to jail. She's going to jail, or is it prison? I don't know, but they got to really lock that down and keep her alive because we need to know what other people were involved in this because we have the Epstein flight logs. And some weird fucking names are on that. You know who's on it? Oh wait, is he on it? Is he on the flight logs or he's in Jeffrey's black book? One of the two, or both. Bobby Kotick, the Activision CEO. So he's a bad dude. He's just a bad dude. Probably a pedophile. If he was on Epstein Island. Did I see it? Like, who was on the? That was sketchy, dude. Bill Gates, right? Bill Gates was on it multiple times on the plane. And like people have been asking him about it. He's like, oh, I don't know. Comment. I don't know. Yeah. What a creepy fucking dude. He totally did it. I don't know why I pushed that. I just love that sound. But here's something else that is political. Pictures were published over the weekend of AOC and her partner sitting outside having drinks together on vacation in Miami. And, having drinks, which means not wearing masks, because, that's how drinking works. And Republicans had a field day calling her a hypocrite, saying she's a fraud because she isn't wearing a mask, all this yada yada bullshit. Obviously, I think this is ridiculous. She's out to eat with her partner. You can't eat with a mask on. That's how this works. I've seen people try while they're stoned or drunk. It's not a good idea. I am kind of like, why Florida? That's the worst idea, just for your own safety and health. Other than that, there's no problem with her going out to eat and drink. And of course, she's also vaccinated, like triple vaxxed. Plus, they were outside, not cramped up indoors where COVID particles could circulate and enter them. Here's where it became cringe. So AOC responded to the Republican criticisms of her by saying, like they just want to date her. So the full tweet is, if Republicans are mad that they can't date me, they can just say that instead of projecting their sexual frustrations at my boyfriend's feet. Because they were like mad that he like had flip-flops on, which, like, again, that's another shitty take. That's another really shitty take by the Republicans to be like, oh, look at his feet. He has his feet out. Gross. Like, yeah, that's stupid. But in my opinion, her saying that, her tweeting that, not so hot of a take. When you say they're hating on me because they want to fuck me, like that sounds so vain and weird. Again, like, in my opinion, like, just assuming that everyone who hates you is just attracted to you is pretty cringe. She could have responded in so many other ways. She had the perfect opportunity to dunk on these conservative freaks complaining about her going out to eat, putting her under a microscope, and instead goes, you just want to date me. Like middle school shit. She could have been like, I'm on vacation. We're eating outside. There's nothing wrong with this picture. Republicans just want to find any reason to make me look bad because I'm a woman of color invading a space that they've occupied for a long time, and I threaten them. That just goes to show the great progress we've made to fight the white patriarchal system that's had control for so long. That would have been so much more mature of an answer than, stop trying to date me. Or you're trying to date me. You want to date me, whatever it was. Like, be an academic. That's what we like about you. You're an intellectual, AOC. You're an academic. Don't do this Twitter fingers vanity ass bullshit. Do better. Like, it's one bad take. That's fine. It's just cringe. Alright, so that's enough politics until we look at what Fox News has been saying. I want to rant about NFTs for a little while because that's what needs to happen. I've been getting DMs all the time, spam from idiots, like Discord messages from these NFT people who are pushing worthless fucking projects. And I was talking about this on stream on Twitch yesterday because I'm streaming again. Twitch.tv/AlexMador. Come join the party. It's a fun time. I've been playing Halo. Anyways, so, I get all these texts or I get all these DMs like, check out my, come on, it's going to the moon. Check out my NFT collection. Like knockoff NFTs. Like, when I say knockoff, I mean like, so how there's the Bored Ape Yacht Club and CryptoPunks. Those are the two major NFT brands or collections that are the biggest money makers, the most, iconic in that space, for sure. And, they're worth a lot of money, right? So what people do is they take, Bored Ape, or no, what they do first, a lot of people, they just take like the CryptoPunks that are already made, and then they just copy them in a pixel editor, like a pixel, a pixel editor, and make like a slight variation to the color, slight variation to like what they're wearing, and then they sell that, and like they have their own their own collection of punks that aren't real punks. They're not worth anything. They're just like trying to cheaply capitalize off of a brand, an intellectual property that is not their own. They're just using it, using the name too, to trick people and be like, oh, it's like a punk, like it's a punk, like no, it's not. It's not. You just bought a JPEG that's worth nothing, dude. You bought a one of one JPEG that is worth nothing. My man, good job. You played yourself. No, you got played. I feel bad for those people. They got played. Like, so you have those punk knockoffs. And then you have, these annoy me. So because, you have the Bored Ape Yacht Club. It's the original, like the bajillion-dollar NFT thing. Just like a picture of a monkey. And he's wearing a sailor hat. Or like a picture of a monkey. He's wearing like a bandana. And it sells for like $25 million. And, so that's crazy, right? But then people see that and they go, I can make my own Bored Apes. So they'll take the Bored Apes and they'll put it through like an app that just has like a filter, just like a filter that makes it like look, warped in a different way. Like, look, this is transformative. I took your art and I made it my own ape now. And now I'm going to sell that, even though it's just literally copying and pasting yours and then making one out of that by just putting it into an app, selecting like the default filter and then saving that and then posting it. So that's one thing. And then you have, Bored Ape, right? Then you have, I saw one called Lazy Ape Racing Club. So instead of Bored Ape Yacht Club, this dude fucking just Lazy Ape Racing Club. And it's just a picture of a monkey, and each of the monkeys is holding a racing helmet. And that's it. And they're like, it's going to the moon. It's going to the moon, man. Check it out. Lazy Ape. Like, who wants this? Who the fuck wants this? They want a Bored Ape because that's actually worth something. It's original. That's somebody's intellectual property that you're just ripping off. That's insane to me. And there's like Lazy Lions Club. All these fucking just pictures of like furries that are just selling. And it's got like an adjective at the beginning, then an animal, and then club at the end. Some type of club at the end. It'd be a yacht club, racing club, fucking social club. You see what I mean? They're just taking that and then just trying to make their own carbon copy of that and trying to sell that like it's going to the moon. And most of those projects are worthless. They're completely worthless, and they're just being pushed online, just constantly annoying people like me. It's pissing me off. I'm getting out of the NFT world. I am getting out of the NFT world as soon as possible. So this is me saying I'm selling all of my digital assets at, I'm going to sell them for really cheap because I do not give a fuck anymore. You can just have them. You can just have them, dude. I don't even want them. It's just like, except for my horses. My race horses, those are actually useful because I can like make money off of them because I race them. They actually have a purpose. They're not just a JPEG of like a furry with an adjective that's like part of a club that doesn't exist. It's my problem with this. That's my problem. Nothing is original. If there was more original content that was worth something, and less people pushing their bullshit, their stolen work at me, relentlessly self-promoting, then maybe I would think it's a good idea. But no, the NFT community is toxic. It's full of people who are idiots or scammers or just don't know what they're doing. And, maybe I'll revisit it when, the people that don't know what they're doing have been phased out. But for now, I'm selling all my stuff. Except my horses. So yeah, that's that. All right, so what we're going to do now that I've talked your ear off about NFTs, we're going to check in with, Tucker Carlson's been off for a while. He's been enjoying his life after making all of our lives hell. So Jesse Waters had some things to say about Joe Biden last week. So we can see that. Oh, Jesse Waters was he subbed in for Tucker. Oh, that's cool. That's nice of him. Like when your boy covers your shift at Walmart, Good days, man. Good days.
Good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson Tonight. I'm Jesse Waters in for Tucker. We've learned a lot about Joe Biden in the last year. For one, we know he's not the same old Scranton Joe that represented Delaware in the Senate for decades, or the old tough guy Joe who saved the day by fighting off corn pop. He's not even the same Joe Biden who was Barack Obama's vice president. That Joe Biden is gone, and he's been gone for a while. In 2021, Biden confirmed what many of us could see during the presidential campaign. He is decaying. That is not an attack on Biden. He's nearly 80 years old. Anyone who's watched Joe Biden can see it. It's a fact we take no pleasure in stating. Nobody is happy when the president...
This dude is. Oh, for sure he's happy about it. He's like, yeah, everyone's going to hate Joe Biden. And then we're going to win back everything. They are, though. That's the thing. The Republicans are going to win back everything.
President of the United States stumbles over his words or forgets where he is. We don't enjoy watching him fall asleep in the middle of an overseas summit, but his decline is hard to ignore. His latest example came just last night in an interview with ABC News. Joe Biden struggled to remember the name of the latest COVID variant, called Omicron. But maybe that's not exactly a surprise, since Joe Biden also told us he didn't even see Omicron coming.
The vice president said in recent days that you didn't see Delta coming, you didn't see Omicron coming. How did you get it wrong?
How did we get it wrong? Nobody saw it coming. Nobody in the whole world. Who saw it coming?
The Omicron variant has been around for weeks. The World Health Organization announced its existence in late November.
Wait, so is Jesse Waters now like pro-acknowledging that COVID is a problem? So it's like when COVID is convenient for his narrative is what it is. Like then COVID is a problem. You know what I mean? Before that, they were like, oh, no, you don't need a mask. You don't need anything. Like, COVID isn't a problem. It's just like an election hoax or whatever. Now that Biden's president, they're like, he's not taking it seriously enough. What do you mean you didn't see it coming? It is real and it's here.
And the U.S. government designated it as a concern days later. But somehow Joe Biden missed all of that. If the president of the United States acknowledging he was completely unaware of the incoming COVID variants wasn't bad enough, Biden then confused coronavirus tests with pills. He sounded like he had no idea what he was talking about, as he frequently does. And then he told us the lack of available coronavirus tests for the variant he also tells us we're supposed to be scared of isn't a failure.
You told the American people just yesterday that we are prepared for what's coming. But 3 days before Christmas, if you look out across the country, you see it everywhere, these long lines, people waiting for hours outside in the cold just to get tested, empty shelves, no test kits. Is that a failure?
No, I don't think it's a failure. I think it's
I think it's a failure. I do think it's a failure. I think isn't the whole supply chain just a failure right now? Okay, whatever.
You could argue that we should have known a year ago, 6 months ago, 2 months ago, a month ago. I've ordered 500 million of the pills, 500 million pills. 500 million test kits that are going to be available to be sent to every home in America if anybody.
Okay, so is he? Okay, that's not that bad of a fuck up. He made it sound like he confused pills and test kits. No, he misspoke. That's a Freudian slip. That is, everybody does that. I do that on this podcast. I'm 25. You can do that at 25. You can do that at 85. You can do that at 1,005, like Joe Biden.
He wants them. But the answer is, yeah, I wish I had thought about ordering 500 million pills 2 months ago before COVID.
Oh my God, he did it again. Okay, maybe. Oh no. Oh, I spoke too soon.
What hit here?
That is who has the final say on public health in this country.
Oh, why did they put a tie-dye background? No, they did him wrong. They did him so wrong. Fox News did him so wrong. So you know how CNN used to do they used to show the picture of Trump looking like he's fingering the air, or his face looks all scrunched up and it's just a bad picture. Or they pick the worst pictures of him, like him in a 18-wheeler going like he's a child, who just got their chance to sit in a truck for the first time. They use those pictures when they talk about him, but now so Fox News is now we can do that with your guy. We're gonna do that with your guy. They use a weird picture of Biden where he just looks like the Joker, his face just looks like the Joker. He's looks so gone, and then they put behind him a tie-dye background, and then they captioned it "dazed and very confused." And I'm like, no, why are you doing my man like that? No, no. Oh, why you gotta do him like that, dude? I know why, though. I know why. But yo, that is, holy shit. Who does those? That is the job I should be looking for. Working for a news company and doing their graphics. Damn, that's funny. I'm sorry, that's pretty funny. But still, this is not good. They say that they're not taking pleasure in this at all, but they are. They absolutely are. Look at this. I just explained to you what I'm seeing in front of me.
A man who can't differentiate between tests and pills, or Delta and Omicron. The same Joe Biden who told us earlier this year vaccines prevent transmission. Quote, "You're not gonna get COVID if you have these vaccinations," unquote. That's who's at the helm. Americans expect the leader of the free world to inspire confidence heading into the new year. Instead, Joe Biden confessed that nothing has been good enough. And in what was likely his last interview before millions of Americans hope to gather for Christmas, Joe Biden told the country that only vaccinated Americans are permitted to celebrate one of our nation's most sacred holidays.
We're nearly 2 years into this pandemic. You're a year into the presidency. Empty shelves and no test kits in some places, 3 days before Christmas when it's so important. Is that good enough?
No, nothing's been good enough. But look where we are. If you are tested, if you know where you are in terms of having gotten the shots, there's no reason why you can't get together with your family and your friends. We couldn't do that last Christmas.
If we learned anything new about Joe Biden,
I mean, okay, this is another example of Jesse Waters exaggerating things. Where he's like, Joe Biden is mandating that you must have a vaccine if you are getting together with your family. It's like, no, if your family is cool with your unvaccinated ass going to the barbecue or whatever and exposing them to COVID, then cool. If they all consent to that, then that's fine. Then you can go. Joe Biden isn't saying don't go see your family if you're not vaccinated. That's up to your family. So, I don't know. I think that is, he's pushing it. He's pushing it there. Jesse, you're just, oh my God, look at his face. I hate it. He looks like every, bad guy in a Christmas movie. The executive that just, is gonna ruin Christmas. That's Jesse Waters. He literally just looks like the executive that's going to ruin Christmas in every Christmas movie.
Biden last night, it's this. A year of failures and errors on everything from the economy to lockdowns and mandates, the border and Afghanistan have all taken their toll. Joe Biden is completely dejected, and he knows it. And if there was ever any doubt about Biden's health or cognitive ability, he put that all to rest yesterday. Biden actually admitted his own health was a legitimate question. We don't have to guess anymore. Joe Biden says his health could prevent him from running for re-election in 2024.
I want to ask you about something I asked weeks before the election when we sat down. You said you would absolutely serve 8 years if elected. Do you plan to run for re-election?
Yes. But look, I'm a great respecter of fate. Fate has intervened in my life many, many times. If I'm in the health I'm in now, if I'm in good health, then in fact, I would run again.
And if that means a rematch against Donald Trump?
You're trying to tempt me now.
That's not that bad. That's really not that bad. I'm gonna stick up for old man Joe here. That was pretty funny. Like, don't tempt me now. Such an old man type thing. He's literally Steve Rogers at the end of Endgame, at the end of Avengers Endgame, when he's sitting there all old now on the bench. This is Joe Biden is that guy. Oh no. Maybe he shouldn't run for re-election.
Sure. Why would I not run against Donald Trump or even the nominee? That'd increase the prospect of running.
We can't think of any other time where a president has speculated about the decline of his own health. What's worse is Joe Biden thinks his current...
No, he's being realistic. He's saying, well, like, anything could happen. And he's right. Fate has intervened a lot in his life. There's been a lot of tragedies, a lot of tragedies in his life. And that is, I understand where he's coming from with that. So when he leaves things up to fate, it's like, well, he could get struck by lightning tomorrow. He could, his health could start declining, like a lot at any time with age, because that's just, that is just fate. That is up to fate at the end of the day. Look at Betty White. Betty White was in great health. Rest in peace, by the way, but great health. Was about to celebrate her 100th birthday. Everyone was excited. Like, this is so great. Like, Betty White, like, she's going to live forever. Like, and she just, boom, like, she was in such good health, but she just died. Like, she just ran out of batteries or something. I don't know. But, like, that's fate. He's not wrong. He's absolutely not wrong. So, Jesse Waters is grasping at straws once again. Like, when I shit on Joe Biden, it's for the things he's not doing enough of. Jesse Waters he's just trying to make him seem unfit. And like he's gonna die soon. I don't think the guy's gonna die soon. I think he's got some years left. I think. But again, that's fate. He's up to fate. Betty White just dropped dead one day. There was no sign of a decline. It just happened. So Jesse, you gotta be more understanding. But I know that's not what's gonna happen. He's just gonna keep pushing it.
Current state is the definition of good health. But he isn't fooling anybody. We see it. The American people see it. And surely his staff sees it too. It's why they usually keep him on a very tight script. He's only allowed to speak to reporters when they give him permission. He hardly gives any interviews, and last night showed exactly why. Joe Biden can't speak without embarrassing himself and his own administration. The White House knows all of that, and yet they send him out anyway. Why? Because his opportunist handlers who helped make him the president want you to know he's inept. They want to make it clear Joe Biden's not running things and that they're the ones with the real power.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That is such a bad take. That is some QAnon level, conspiracy theorist ass, paranoid ass, crazy QAnon, like I said, like cultish, occult, demon baby eating, conspiracy ass type of take. Though the people that are really in power want you to see he's just a puppet. They want you to see. It's like, no, our government just sucks, dude. You want to know what happened? Our government just sucks. We keep electing these old fucking farts. We keep electing people that support the shitty capitalist system that screws the majority of Americans over. You know, that's the problem. It's not, well, the people that are really running things they prop him up and they want to send you messages, secret messages, so you know that they're in control. Like, what do you think this is, dude? A fucking Matrix movie?
They're trying to accelerate the
By the way, that movie was like, it was
argument that he needs to be replaced. CNN put it very clearly in a headline this week. Quote, the 11 Democrats who could replace Joe Biden in 2024. What's interesting is that even other Democrats are being challenged about Joe Biden's ability to lead. Kamala Harris was asked about this just a few days ago, and she pretended to be very angry.
So who's the real president of this country? Is it Joe Manchin or Joe Biden, Madam Vice President?
Come on, Charlemagne.
That's a different question that he's asking. He's not saying, are there other people that are in power pulling the strings? He's saying he's being Charlemagne. He's pushing her to get her mad and be like, so who's the real president? Joe Biden or Joe Manchin? Why are you guys not passing shit? You know what I mean? Because Joe Manchin is that obstruction. And he is actually holding things up, so he does hold a lot of power right now. That's what he's saying. He's not saying there's puppet masters pulling the strings. No. He's saying, hey, you pussies, why are you not passing the shit that we need to pass because of this one dude, Joe Manchin? You're the fucking president and vice president. You should be doing shit. Who's the real fucking president here? Huh? That is a good question. And it's not about like conspiracies like Jesse Waters wants to say. And we saw this already. Kamala gets mad, flips out.
Asking whether or not he's president.
Do you think Joe Manchin is a problem?
It's Joe Biden, and I'm vice president, and my name is Kamala Harris.
Yeah, it's like, chill, dude. Cool down.
Did you notice how Kamala had to state that she was vice president? Almost like she needed to remind us. That's because Kamala Harris is an afterthought. She was an afterthought in the primaries when she was the first Democrat to drop out of the running. Nobody liked her then, and we know with certainty nobody likes her now. Her approval rating is less than 30%, and her staffers can't quit fast enough. So this is the state of the country and the Democratic Party after Joe Biden's first year in office. It's a very chaotic Christmas, and there's no leader to be found. 1 year down, 3 to go.
Jeez. What do I have to say to that? I mean, that last part about Kamala, I think everybody agrees that she's not very likable. That's the general consensus that I'm getting. Is just that, like, she's mean. It's not like a sexist thing. Like, oh, women shouldn't be in power. No, she's like, guy or girl, like, regardless of her gender, she's just mean. She's really mean. Like, she hurt my feelings. No, she didn't hurt my feelings. But I do hear that she's very mean, and yeah, her staffers quit all the time because she's not a good person to work for, and she's kind of like all of the things about the establishment that leftists don't approve of. So yeah, she's not really that well liked. But that's okay, because we gotta look at Karen's freaking out. We got Karen freakouts coming up. Keeping up with the Karens. You ready? Let's do it.
For 100.
What's the serial number on it?
Like I f***ing know.
Promise is yours?
It is mine. It came out of my pocket.
But I found it.
No, you're gonna give it to me. It's my 100.
Promise? Make you promise?
It's mine.
Okay.
Oh my God. Thank you.
It's fake, ma'am. Look, it says for motion picture use only. How do you carry fake money around? How come you carry fake money around?
With us.
See what happens? You're dishonest? Damn. You don't even know what to say. You're speechless.
Here's the fun part.
What's up?
I wasn't dishonest.
Yes, you were. It's not yours.
No. Here's the fun part.
Okay, go ahead.
Ew. You're kind of ugly.
That's a.
Yeah. And
Wait, I'm the ugly one?
Yeah.
Look in the camera.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Ew, got her.
John's Pizza right now because they would not deliver to us because the car didn't go through. See, Papa John's Pizza. And
Okay, so your car didn't go through, so you don't get a pizza.
you see some stuff going down in there. Basically what happened is the card wouldn't go through, so they said, well, it's on you. We know that the card works, so we ordered from Domino's, and the card didn't work, or it didn't go through, so they decided to give us the pizza for free. So
What? So you don't have money. If the card doesn't go through at Papa John's and the card doesn't go through at Domino's, and sure, you got a fucking free pizza out of it, you freak. That's not Papa John's problem. That's you. You don't have money. Figure your shit out. Don't take it out on minimum wage employees at Papa John's like you're about to do. Oh my God.
Yeah. To us here at Papa John's.
We tried to order from them, and they didn't like his card,
with a free
right?
pizza. See, delivery guy. Wait, free
call
pizza.
him all kinds of names and tell him that it's his fault that his card didn't work. And we got over $1,000. So y'all had a problem with it, and y'all said we're going to bring you the pizza free. This dude's telling us that the universe just hates my uncle. His manager here is being a total jackass.
Just close it culprit or something.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. But anyway,
I think, okay, if you have over $1,000 on the card and you're not lying about that, then what you need to do is you need to call your bank or go to your banking app and figure out if they put a hold on your card due to suspicious transactions before you go take it out on Papa John's employees, dude.
Hey, check it out. Domino's free pizza. Thank you. Boom.
Domino's free pizza. Yeah, you got a free pizza. That's great, dude. That's great that they were nice enough to do that, even though your card is the problem. What is the logic here? Just because Papa John's wouldn't, be charitable and give you a free pizza, you go back to them and make a scene? The entitlement here. Wow.
Free pizza. Free pizza.
hey, give this man a tip.
Yes. What do you mean? The city's not mandating no mask. When?
Here at Dunkin' Donuts, dude's just been asked to put on a mask.
No, what? After the governor got kicked out? Or which governor? No. I want to hear this. Let's go. Who mandates the mask? Who? The signs don't mean nothing.
The signs don't mean nothing. What do you mean? No, the signs have words on them. They actually do have meaning, sir. If you knew how to read, then they would have meaning to you. But obviously, you're like, fuck reading, man. The signs don't mean nothing. Just a piece of paper with weird inscriptions on it that I don't even know because I didn't go to preschool.
Don't mean nothing. Can you just, make my shit so I can go?
No, you don't get to decide that. Like, what? my god, he just toppled over everything. Oh!
What? You want to try something? What? Hey, what's up? You ain't going to do nothing.
He just knocked everything over just because they told him to put on a mask. Like, people are psychopaths. I'm pretty sure this is like only in America are these videos like around. There's something in the water. Something is wrong here with people. I don't know what it is. It's like and it's always these like aggressive, belligerent white people. So they're probably on opioids, knowing that they do that. They're just, opioids are a white people thing, and that would lead them to act like this. And that dude did look like a heroin addict. His sweatshirt was like just like stained in soot.
Case of Nicoletti versus Stevens, case number 0672178
May it please the court, Your Honor. Paul Nicoletti appearing on behalf of self.
Good afternoon, Judge. Karen Stevens in pro per for my motion for sanctions against Mr. Nicoletti for this vexatious and frivolous PPO.
I'm sorry, on this what?
I have a motion for sanctions against...
I know that. And the purpose of the sanctions are based on what?
It was a frivolous and vexatious PPO based on nonsense. I am not stalking Mr. Nicoletti.
I haven't signed a PPO.
His petition for a PPO. Let me...
Okay, were you served?
No, I wasn't, but may...
No, you may not.
No, you may not. This is a court right now.
How can you ask to sanction someone when you haven't even been served?
That's the point.
Stevens, do not interrupt me when I'm speaking.
Yeah, why are you interrupting the judge, you freak?
Ma'am?
I have a constitutional right to be heard.
On what basis? There is no case before me, ma'am, other than the fact that you filed this frivolous motion, taking up this court's time for no good reason other than your own personal vendetta against this man for whatever reason you may have, and I really don't care because it does not involve me or my court. However, had I issued a PPO, you would have a basis to be before me. I did not issue a PPO. He did not pursue his right to a hearing on the PPO. You were never served, and here you are taking up my time so that you want me to chastise him and make him pay money? No, ma'am. Your relief is denied, and in addition to that, I am sanctioning you with costs of $500.
Oh!
Forthwith to the county clerk's office.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I knew it was fixed.
I beg your pardon?
I said I knew it was fixed.
It was fixed. What a psycho.
Miss Stevens, I highly suggest that you just exit my courtroom and go pay the sanctions before I find you in contempt.
Now, where do I go?
The clerk's office in the main part of the courthouse.
Oh, wait.
Oh my god. What a psycho. Here's the Karen of the week.
It's a mandate. It's not a law.
Here in this store.
You know what the definition is? No, it's not.
It's a
no,
rule
it's
in
not.
the store.
You can't discriminate against me, dog. You can't discriminate against me, dog. I'm standing up not for me, for you too. Because you're gonna let government take your rights away. Are you crazy? Don't let them dictate your life, bro. Stand up.
Why are you... Is this a grocery store? You're like... Oh wait, no, is that a bookstore? It's like a store, and it's like, why are you making a statement while people are just trying to go shopping? Everyone else is wearing a mask. It's not like you come in, they're all gonna be like, you're right. That man making a scene while I'm trying to buy a fucking book is right. I need to rip off my mask and join him in his stupidity. No. This is doing nothing but just making this dude look like an idiot.
Stand up and learn your freedom. Your freedom, dog. Your freedom. Stand up for your freedom, bro. Stand up for your freedom. That's all I'm saying. Stand up for your freedom. Alright? We're Americans, man. We don't need to be under this tyrannical government, bro. We don't need to do. I don't give a you still you live in the United States of America, the greatest country in the world that stands up for freedom. And you can't.
People don't like. People just like repeat shit that doesn't make sense. You're in the United States. This is freedom. What? What does that mean, though? Like, you don't have the freedom to do whatever the fuck you want. Nowhere in the Constitution does it say that. Nowhere does it say, this country means freedom, and freedom is whatever. And freedom, you can do anything. No, there are laws. There are mandates. There are rules. And you are expected to follow them.
Of humanity, bro. You cannot enforce these tyrannical laws, bro, because it's hurting everybody. It's hurting businesses, it's hurting lives, it's hurting the elders. Bro, you think that shit is right? That shit ain't right, bro.
Do you think it's right to get up in a security guard's face on Christmas Eve? Back the f up, dude. I don't have to. You know what you're
You do
you
what
want to
you
know
want
the
to do.
freedom?
Don't tell me what
know the
do.
freedom you're talking
Don't
about?
tell me what to do, but you don't know what you're talking about.
I have freedom of speech.
You should educate yourself first,
you,
okay?
bro. I have
because
freedom of
speech and your constitutional
Get out
rights
of
are
the
the most important in the fucking world. If you don't like it in America, get
Constitutional rights are one thing, but they nowhere in the Constitution does it say that a mask mandate is not allowed to happen, or that stores which are, private properties that they let you use and attend are not allowed to enforce dress codes, because they are. You went in there without shoes, they can ask you to leave. That makes sense. And this is a mask that protects people from you and protects yourself. And it's the rule that the store makes, so you have to follow it. It has nothing to do with the Constitution, constitutional rights. It literally, suck my dick. Suck my dick.
out. Get the fuck out.
I have freedom of speech. I can talk whatever I want.
Go live in communism. Okay.
I can say anything I want.
You can't. You can't.
Really? Because I'm doing it right now.
That's why you're wearing a mask, because you a coward.
Okay.
Take off the mask. Stand up for your rights. Stop getting.
This is gonna look great. Do you have kids? Your kids are gonna love this.
You liberals are so retarded. You can't even understand. You can't even.
They can't understand. Dude, you don't even understand the shit that you're saying. You're just repeating shit that doesn't make sense. Go to a psych ward. Dude, go to a psych ward. From one crazy person to another. You need to be checked in and institutionalized, because you cannot be acting like this in public.
You can understand. You can't even understand that you guys are fucking losing your rights.
His wife is trying to drag him away to leave, and he's not. He just keeps breaking from her.
You have a job, because employers love these videos.
What?
Are you employed?
I'm a boss. You know why? Because I'm not a stupid lib like you. You idiot.
Internet loves these videos, bro. Thanks for it.
You should slap yourself.
You should slap yourself? What? Wow. That was crazy. That dude is just a fucking nightmare. I feel bad for his wife. I do. Anyways, let's go into a relationship advice. I feel like it's been a while. So, yeah, so let's check it out. All right, let's help this dude whose ego just got crushed, I think. So, My girlfriend just said the best sex she ever had was with a fling 4 years ago. We've been dating for 8 months now, and this just happened 2 days on New Year's Eve. We were having a house party with a few close friends, 12 of them. Of course, copious amounts of alcohol was involved, and most of us were drunk the whole night. Anyways, the topic which being discussed was whether sex is the best in LTR or with someone you barely know. In a long-term relationship or with someone you barely know. Okay. Everyone was coming up with anecdotal evidences, and it was a wild discussion. Sometimes later, the topic deviated to whether your best relationships are with someone with whom you have insane sexual chemistry, or sex is just the cherry on top. In case of a happy relationship, it was then my girlfriend shared her experience. She said if I rated sex at the top of my list, then I would still be dating some guy I dated 4 years ago for 3 months. The best sex of my life, but apart from that, we had absolutely nothing in common, zero connection, I felt constantly unfulfilled. Whereas now I'm in a great relationship where I'm having great sex, and I share an amazing connection with my boyfriend, and we have similar goals and future plans, so I get the best of both worlds. Now, she was very intoxicated while saying this, we all were, so I didn't think very much about it. It was the next morning that I remembered, and I don't know how to feel about this. On one hand, it felt kind of like a compliment, but at the same time, I feel kind of insecure too. This is a red flag for a relationship going forward. Should I raise this issue with her or let it go? How do I get it out of my mind? Kind of humiliating to say that in front of people like that. But like, it's just, and it's also hurtful. So like I get, like, yeah, if she's telling the truth, then she's telling the truth, but like, that is still kind of mean to say that in front of everyone while you're right there. Is it like red flag? Is it I'm looking through the comments right now. Someone says, it's a matter of respect for your partner. We can do and say things our significant others don't always like, but handle it respectfully. In the environment in which certain topics are discussed does affect respect. I mean, she did, like, she complimented him a lot, or like she says that she feels fulfilled with, but you know, I get it. Like, I get both sides. I do. It's complicated, but I think that is just, it hurts when you hear stuff like that from somebody, when they're being honest, but they're also complimenting you, but it also hurts because you have these insecurities about sex, so it can be a little bit like emasculating when somebody that you're with says they had better sex with someone that they were with prior to you. I would say talk to her about it. Say, listen, I know we were all drunk and like we were just having fun and stuff and talking about that, but like it really did kind of, I've been like thinking about a lot how you said like the best sex that you had was with some dude you dated for 3 months, and I just kind of feel that kind of made me feel shitty. And just go from there. Just go from there. That shouldn't be that bad of a conversation. Just say how you feel. Don't like say you made me feel this way. Just say, yeah, that just like made me feel bad. Cause like I wish I was that good or something. I don't know. Because that's probably how you feel. So make it clear how you feel. Because yeah, that's what this relationship seems. It's still young, so it's really important in these early 8 months. So like in the beginning phase of what you're hoping is a long-term relationship, to instill that communication between the two of you is the most important thing. And that starts with things like this, when expressing how something makes you feel, so that there is respect built over time. And you know, like, the boundaries that you can and can't cross, both of you, and how to respect each other properly, what that means to each of you. That can only be done through communication, my man. Anyways, that's going to do it for this episode of the Short News Podcast. We are back on schedule, everybody. So this has been good. I'm gonna put this through the editor, print it, put it up, and we'll be ready to go. Thank you so much. So this has been the Short News Podcast. I'm Alex Mador. Check me out on Twitter at ALEX_MADORE or Alex Mador on Instagram. I will see you there. I love you very much, and peace.
It's really that time of year, and your team might finally do it. Or if you're a Rams fan, you might just want to book the trip now. This year, Super Bowl 56 is in Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium, February 13th. You can scour resellers to buy an overpriced ticket closer to the day, or you can lock in the Super Bowl experience of a lifetime now with our friends at On Location. True 50-yard line seats, only available with On Location. An invite to celebrate on the field with the champs. On Location. Yes, you want to craft a perfect confetti angel like I did? Go to the game with On Location. And it's not just about gameplay. From dinner with NFL legend Marcus Allen to pre-game parties featuring acoustic sets for Wyclef, the official hospitality partner of the NFL is offering the most exclusive ticket packages available. Want to know how? Visit onlocationexp.com/SB56 or search Super Bowl On Location. That's right. Search Super Bowl On Location. Make the trip of a lifetime. It's your shot. Take it.